April 20th. During a tit of rage, I burnt my previous diary. Not that I regret it, as it was... something? I don't know, worth anything. Their only purpose was to keep me safe. I feel that this is my escape route, my only means of finding some inner peace whenever I put my pen to this paper. I feel that I can reflect upon my situation. I just wish I had more options. That's all. But I'm just rambling. I must think clearly. Focus. Focus. May 12th. I become an internal guardian, stuck between a few choices, none of which are good. Do I fulfill my promise and violate everything that I believe in, by the very principles of my life, or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this damned state? It goes within the purpose than just being here watching. I truly have no escape. I can't find any appropriate solution to this problem, and I must pay the price. I'm a shadow of the man I used to be. Only these notes remain my testament. In the moments of medication, my cell companion, June 26th. Today I spent the entire afternoon staring at the windows, my mind blank. Oddly enough, I really didn't care. It seems now as I thought it was something mature for me, a part of my personality. But I know the reason very well. I've lost my soul. I'm an empty shell, devoid of any feelings. I remember my fateful day, and the worst thing is I knew there were going to be the consequences. No, that's not true. Consequences were far worse than I expected. How could I be so blind? January 25th. I often wonder what would have happened to me if we had simply revered it all. What would happen if right now I come and told the world that really what happened? No, I ended up rotting in a jail. Although that might be better destiny compared to this eternal suffering. November 17th. I can't say for sure where it began. I just heard them one morning, coming from next room. The whispers. Are they real? Have I been alone for too long? They won't stop. I can't stand it any longer. February 9th. I've seen I locked it away, that everything seems to have calmed down a bit. Perhaps James was right after all. It's madness. I know, but at this point I'm inclined to believe anything. May, with no date. Over the years I was convinced that everything James suffered was a misfortune of winged destiny. For the first time ever, I'm not so sure anymore. I never thought it could happen. What I believed, understand now. If this is the curse to be my soul. Poor James. If I had acted another way, then maybe things would have worked out differently. But it's too late now. And I have to suffer my Calvary. September 13. The noises are back. Although this time they're different. Before I only heard them inside my head, as if someone or something was whispering and how. Now, to put this, interrupting my thoughts. But now, I can really feel them spreading around the house. What are they? September 14th. I realized the noises are coming from down there. I don't want to think about it anymore. December. They are unbearable. They get worse at night. Oh, I wish it would stop. What is going on down there? I don't dare go near. I don't want to know. Nay. God, how many years has passed? I have lost all sense of time. I have to get out of this place. The diary disturbed me in a way I couldn't explain. Yet I felt curious about what had been tormenting that poor fellow. Tell me about it! What the fuck? He looked as if an only person enjoying reading in the living room. I don't know what the hell that dude was talking about, but that was freaky! Freaky! Okay. Freaky! Well, I still don't want to. Alright, let's go. The little drawer wouldn't open. No smoking can kill, especially when these cigars are decayed old. Right. minutes to the fire. Oh, it's gonna say something from all this shit in it. The glass was empty. Pity. I could have used a drink. Just a bunch of uninteresting books. Ah! The music. Hello, music's back. Oh, that was boring. Game save. Nothing to report here. Hello, hello. Can't pick up any of that, I see. Hello. I didn't actually click that job, but okay. Hello? I love that, cheers. Hello, what's this? It's locked, is it? On the diary. February 6th. Construction of the railway bridge is almost complete, and it went smoothly. It took longer than I expected, yet I wish it could have lasted longer. It would be very sad to leave South Africa. I've become so attached to it. Its culture, its arts over the past few months, that I can't help feeling as if it was already part of me. I will surely return someday, soon hopefully, although I'm afraid there is a great deal of work to be taken care of back in old Britain. Fortunately, I made good friends here who were ecstatic about my new appreciation of their country. They have offered me some wonderful objects as a token of gratitude, which I have already taken and created some ready to ship along with many trinkets I bought myself. It looks like I'm about to start a new, substantial collection. It's a good thing Catherine agreed to move into our new home, although I fear several renovations will have to be made. Even more if I'm intending to start a serious new hobby. It seems I'll have to go back to work. John Patterson has just told me some natives are causing trouble. A very unfortunate thing along, I'm secretly rejoicing. February 12th. The natives won't leave. It's not like they're causing trouble so much as they're unsettling our workers. The only complaint so far has been distraction. They just stand still between the trees staring at us without blinking an eye. I've watched them for a few minutes and they truly seem like some tremendous statues. At first it was just annoying, but lately it has been downright creepy. They seem to be stalking us. So it's not like they're hindering the construction, but there is a general uneasy feeling, as if they're about to jump at us any moment. I think I will hire some protection as a measure of precaution. February 15th. Fascinating. I've been looking into these natives. They live in a nearby village, and are a very small group, yet they seem to manage quite well. I had thought of them as quite a civilized tribe, but their movements are calculated, and no one can perceive a sense of careful organization in their tasks. Oddly enough, they seem to be very brutish, and their aspect looks awful, although I couldn't take a good look at their facial features as I followed one of them completely on my arm, and it could have been dangerous getting any closer. Also, the village is poor and very rough, but some of the shacks leap out at us, inviting or special. It made us very curious. I will try to come closer tomorrow. My second February the 16th. My second expedition to the village of the natives has been failed by an unexplained problem at the bridge. I'm afraid it was due to a slight miscalculation on my part. An indication that I should be focusing more on the task at hand and put my sudden love for African things aside for a moment. It was my fault and I accept it. February 20th. They're at it again, lurking behind the forest. It's amazing how they've changed our perception of the surroundings. At first we were delighted by the quiet nature of the place. Now we fear that horrors might be concrete in that dark and foreboding cloak of trees. The tops loom above us, overshadowing the bridge, and strange noises haunt our meals. Even the river is killing regarding secrets. We could be, of course, a bit more sensitive towards distractions, but I can't help feeling the area has, in fact, become more sinister. And yet I'm still looking forward to satisfy my curiosity about the tribe. February 24th. At last, I found something more about the neighbouring tribe. This is an incredible finding, and I just can't withhold my excitement. Some elders of the local town have happened to know about them, but only those diaries they heard. The most surprising thing is that the tribe was assumed to be extinct long ago, but according to my vague descriptions, the elders think that we could be dealing with a legend here. Everything they learned during their childhood, when the tribe was stalking the town, much in the same way they had been stalking us. People used to call them Dahan. Such was the sound of screams heard echoing along in the night. They come and into the streets, and see an evil glitter atop a hill in the distance. Some would say it was a fire, others the cursed spirit of an ancient god. Whatever it was, they say the bright light amidst the fantastic screams was bone-chilling. The macabre scene would suddenly stop just as it had begun out of nowhere, never to be seen again in days to come. Intervals between those horrible nights became longer and longer, until they soon faded into oblivion. The tribe apparently had strayed back into the obscurity until now. They were later known as the Dalama, a rather more scientific name, although none of the people I spoke with could possibly remember its origin. I found it extremely surprising that nobody's ever heard about this tribe with the exception of the few townspeople. They must be incredibly rare, and judging by the stories passed on from generations in the town, very old. February 27th. I will confess that I've become nearly obsessed with this strange tribe. I see them as the most prized goal of my appreciation towards all South African things. A dangerous yet irresistible reward. I feel as if they were discovery. I simply have to stand them before leaving. I study them, you silly idiot. I fear I won't have the chance to ever again. It has become an important goal of mine, even more important than finishing the bridge. March the 4th. Finally, I've managed to see them. My God, what a disturbing spectacle. When we arrived, they were moving around the village very slowly, without speaking or communicating with each other. Each minding his or her own business, completely alien to the rest of the world. They were filthy looking, of course, and downright disgusting. I couldn't see any weapons, but they could have been stairs somewhere. It was all very strange. Behaving in a tribe, they must be quite unique. Then, as if they had suddenly all become possessed by some wild spirit, they began shaking spasmodically and screaming like mad. Some of them dropped to their knees and lifted their heads to the sky, eyes blanking, moaning in an incredible way. Two of them walked away, still in their monstrous and slow manner, and in a great contrast to the rest of the scene, into a shack. The next minute, they brought out into the open an odd-looking mask. Its shapes, colours, and overall looks will be unsettling, more mesmerizing, and I felt instantly hypnotized by it. It remembered my modest collection of African curiosities and the dull and uninteresting items. The mask was very ominous, and the whole tribe seemed to greatly revere it. Soon they began to gather around it and move in circles, fluttering and chanting a gustful paean. Judging by their motion and aspect of the whole ritual, it must have been some kind of war ritual.